Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Reftaco. Today we are back with another video, and Super Bowl 60 is here. We are 284 games down. We've got one more game that we are here to predict. It's going to be a fun Super Bowl. From what I see, we got two great teams, two teams that nobody really expected. You know, we just see the Chiefs and the Eagles and the Niners, teams like that over and over again. It's cool to see these two teams built kind of differently than them. And this is going to be a really fun game. So let's get to predicting it. Last week, I went 2-0. So yeah, let's get right into this game. So obviously, we are going over the Patriots and the Seahawks. When you look at the Patriots in their AFC Championship game, very, stagnant. It wasn't too fun. You scored 10 points. You played a backup quarterback, but you did your job. You were able to get a win in a very important game against still a very good team, even without their quarterback. And Broncos probably would win this game if they had Bo Nix. The Patriots did what they need to do. They played good enough football, especially defensively. I mean, they bottled up Jarrett Stidham. It was just a very good game overall for the Patriots. Even if your quarterback, he only had 86 yards. He made the plays when it mattered. He, had the good run at the end of the first half, get down, they're able to kick a field goal. Now, they miss it, but they're able to kick a field goal. He goes, when they get the ball in the red zone, he's able to go run the ball in. He uses legs. The 3rd and 7 or 8 at the end of the game, they run a bootleg. He uses his legs, get the first down, and they win that football game. He does what he needs to do. He's a great quarterback. He is, obviously in topics for the MVP, and there's a reason why he wins football games. Whether it's against great teams, whether it's not, he finds a way to get done what needs to get done. And a lot of people are just discrediting the Patriots for the way that they went through these playoffs. They beat a very good Houston Texans team. Yes, CJ Stroud didn't have the best game, but they were able to lock up the Texans offense and score on the unbelievable Texans defense. That's why I think they do have a shot to put up some points against Seattle. I think looking at the Patriots in the past, this is a very good football team. This is not a team that should just, it's just the strength of schedule. This is a team that brought in a new culture, brought in all these guys, and it has worked. Patriots had a great free agency. Stephon Diggs, Milton Williams, Spillane. They kept bringing Carlton Davis, very solid second corner. They kept bringing in guys, and they have all been pretty big pieces to the puzzle that has let this team be the way that it is. And that's to Robert Kraft. That's for the GM, Elliott Wolf. Is it still Elliott Wolf? We should be giving that GM more credit. Like, I barely even know who he is. And obviously Mike Vrabel coming in there, changing the culture day one, doing what he kind of did with Tennessee. It just didn't result in something to this big of a level. And then the quarterback doing what the quarterback's doing. This is a very good New England Patriots team. This should not be discredited as just, the strength of schedule and, you beat like 14 of the teams, that fire head coach. We don't care. All right, the Patriots are a good football team. They should be treated like a good football team. And yeah, I am very excited for what this team is going to be able to do in the Super Bowl. Then you move on to the NFC champion, Seattle Seahawks. You look at the NFC Championship against the Rams. Obviously a very good game. You were able to win against a top-tier opponent, and Sam Darnold, when it mattered most, made the plays. There's been so much talk about Sam Darnold from, failing with the Jets, going to the Panthers, failing with the Panthers, back up, comes to Minnesota. I expected better for Sam Darnold than most. I had him like 26 in my quarterback rankings, and people were really mad about that, like really mad. And he played unbelievably for Sam Darnold standards. Go Seattle. Oh, it's just Kevin O'Connell and I think they had Grant Uzinski on that staff, and those guys just were the pieces of the puzzle. It could work with any quarterback. I believe that. That's why I had J.J. McCarthy winning a comeback player of the year, because that's what everybody told me. No, Sam Darnold is a dog, and he's been doing this all throughout the regular season, in the playoffs, making the changes that he needs to, and he's in a perfect scheme for him, the perfect talent around him, and it just works so well. Everybody talks about the Seahawks defense, but this Seahawks offense is something special. The way that Kenneth Walker can run the ball, evade tacklers, get through holes, find the right holes, do what he needs to do to get as many yards as possible, even without Charbonnet. He's been great. They have the backup, Homani, something like that. He's there, but it's going to be Kenneth Walker. It's the Super Bowl. You got to give your best guys every snap that their bodies can physically encounter. But yeah, JSN, and then the playbook, working from under center, something a lot of quarterbacks can't do that Sam Darnold can. It just works so well for the Seahawks offense. And then you look at the defense. Against the Rams, Puka Nacua, what's the weakness of the team? The outside corners. And Tariq Woolen cost them the touchdown, the taunting penalty, then got burnt. But he's a very good outside corner. He's really improved. He started off so well, went down, but he has climbed back up. Josh Jobe even does his job. I was not a fan of Josh Jobe when he was with the Eagles, but he's really stepped up. And then obviously Devon Witherspoon stopping the pass. Looking at all the guys, the pass rush, the way he can get after them, there's just so many guys. From Jaron Reed to Byron Murphy to Uchenna Nwosu to DeMarcus Lawrence to Boye Mafe. There are so many guys. Got Nick Emenwari coming off the edge, playing the second, playing wherever. He's amazing. This is an amazing football team built by John Schneider, built by Mike McDonald, coming in, building a culture. This was, not a team that anybody expected, but they had all the pieces, and it came together, and it worked, and that's why they're here. And I think John Schneider needs a ton of credit because team like that, they go 10-7. Him and Mike McDonald, team like that, they go 10-7. Ooh, that's cool and all. But they go and they make changes. A lot of teams are at 10-7, just stay in the same spot. Oh, we can get lucky. We can win 11, 12 games. Let's make one move here, one move there. Ooh, we're going to be good. No, they went in, they changed the quarterback. They got rid of their best receiver. They, completely overhauled the defense, got a new quarterback, spent a lot of money on Cooper Kupp, which seems like it's working. Trade for Rashid Shaheed mid-season, and it really works. Draft interior offensive line and safety, two not really valued positions in the draft. They're not edge rushers. They're not offensive tackles, which you could claim that this team needed. They're not another receiver, which you could claim that this team needed before they got Rashid Shaheed. They get a guard and they get a safety, and they're both arguably playing top. I think Nick Emenwari is definitely playing top 10 football for a safety. I think Gray Zabel's playing top 10 football for a guard. This is a very well-built team. This is going to be a fun team to watch. This is a team that deserves it, a system that deserves it, a defensive head coach, something we don't see a lot. It's really showing the change in the NFL. Getting a defensive head coach to do this, to make this team. This is a great team. This is a very fun team to watch. It's going to be fun seeing them battle this Sunday. These two teams are going to be really fun to watch. I'm just putting this as a collective. The way they've built their team, kind of defensive-minded head coaches, something we haven't seen a lot. It's really building a change, and while we don't have the star quarterback, the star running... Drake May, I think, is a star quarterback, but the star running back, the big names, the oohs and the ahs, we're all so negative nowadays. Ooh, the Patriots are just making it because of their strength of schedule. Ooh, the Seahawks won't be able to do this when they get into the playoffs. Yes, they can. Yes, they will. People have to look at this on the bright side. This is a very fun Super Bowl. Yeah, the Patriots are back, but this is a completely different Patriots team. Yeah, the Seahawks are back. This is a completely different Seahawks team. This is a great game that we're going to watch, and I think that there are some great matchups in this game. JSN going on Christian Gonzalez. Now, JSN can move in the slot a lot. Is Christian Gonzalez as successful when he goes to the slot? You got to shadow him the entire game. And then when you're too focused on him, hey, Rashid Shaheed's going to hit a go ball on you. Hey, Cooper Kupp is going to, sneaky athletic route you up, get the ball. They are it's such a good offense. And even with all the talent on defense, Clint Kubiak, the way that they're able to run their stuff, it is great. There's a reason why he's become the head coach. This is a great matchup. And then on the other side, hey, the Patriots defense, it worked against the Texans. Now, the Seahawks are very different than the Texans. The Texans are talent on talent, the best in the league, and the Seahawks have a lot of talent, but they also have the scheme that's going here and back, and they got like 8 guys that could rush on any given play, and they drop D tackles and stuff. It's going to be a fun test to see what Drake May can do with that, because he can cook people talent for talent. He can find the holes. He can get it in there. But is he going to be able to succeed against all these moving parts that maybe he hasn't seen with the strength of schedule, with, the Broncos in the snow, and not really having the most complicated defense? This is a matchup that really nobody really sees. And so a young quarterback like Drake May, has he seen it? But also he has 2 weeks to prepare. You talk to guys, you just get to watch film for 2 weeks now instead of 1, and you have all this free time. They had a week off. He's going to know how to deal with this stuff. He's going to know what's coming, and it's going to be up to Mike McDonald, the Seahawks defense, to know how to counter that, how to bring something new that no one's ever seen before. I mean, there isn't really a such thing as a defensive trick play, but they're going to have to make something, and the Patriots will too, to be able to fluster a guy like Sam Darnold that we have seen in the past can get flustered. Yes, yes, he's changed. Yes, he's grown, and there was the thing about, he's not affected by failure, which is true, but he can still get flustered with pass rush, and this isn't the greatest Seahawks offensive line. Charles Cross is solid. Gray Zabel's obviously great, but their center is a guy like Landell. That's definitely not what it is. Anthony Bradford just gets memes made about him every week. And then Abraham Lucas is, there are improvements that can be made with this team. So that's why it's such a fun matchup. There are so many different ways that this could go. This isn't last year where I'm just like, the Eagles are going to win, because it's too much. You either bring all the guys and you flip it out to the receivers, which is what ended up happening, and Jalen Hurts has a great game, or you leave the box open and Saquon goes for 200 on you. That's not what this game is like this year. There's so many different ways that I can see the Seahawks winning this game. There's so many ways that I can see the Patriots winning this game. And I think overall it's going to be a very fun matchup. So after 11 and a half minutes of yapping, I think it's time for my prediction. And I know I talked so welly about the Seahawks. I think that they have had a great season, a great team. I think the Patriots have too. But I think that the team that's a little bit better, and as in 10 points better, is the Seattle Seahawks. I know I talked up the Patriots for a lot. That is still a very good team, a team that has a bright future. They still have a ton of cap space. They're going to be able to really go in next year, get a top free agent, maybe get like a Trey Hendrickson, guys like that, and really go and probably be the favorites next year. This is an amazing team in Seattle. And again, I go back to, this is an amazing team to watch win a Super Bowl. A fan base that was so electric, caused an earthquake in their own stadium, and they get to be back where they are. I went to Seattle once. Everybody loves the Seahawks. It's a great city. It's a great fan base. And it's a fan base that deserves to win. And doing what they did, getting rid of all these guys, such uncertainty, and seeing it work. It's good for the game because, one, everybody's just going to be trying to move around pieces and stuff and try to do what the Seahawks did. But it also shows, hey, you don't need, they have the star receiver, but is Charles Cross the star left tackle? Is Sam Darnold the top 5 quarterback? Do they have a stud edge? Sure. They have depth. They have talent. We see it in the NBA. The Thunder and the Pacers were the 2 deepest teams last year. That's why they made the finals. They go 8-9 deep with great talent. And we're seeing that now in the NFL with the Seahawks. I think it's a great team that should win. I don't know if I said the score. Give me the Seahawks 27-17 if I didn't already, which I think I did. But yeah, this is a very fun team in Seattle. It's a fun team in New England. It's going to be fun seeing what New England can do this offseason. Get back to where they are. But this is a great team in Seattle, and this is a team that can beat you running the ball, can beat you passing the ball. We've really seen the run offense improve out of them recently, where at the beginning of the year was, they're passing the ball so efficiently. and they're running the ball a ton, and they kind of suck at it. Now they're good at running the ball. They're still great at passing the ball. They're still great at stopping the pass. They're still great at stopping the run. There's so many ways that the Seahawks can win this game, and they are balanced teams. But the Seahawks, I just think, have that little edge, and that is really the way that they can scheme defensively. We don't see the Patriots have all these exotic packages and stuff that the Seahawks have, and I think it will impact Drake May. I think it'll fluster him, and that is, I think, the big reason why I think Seattle is going to be able to win this game, get ring number 2. The Patriots would have the most rings of all time if they win, the most Super Bowl losses of all time if they lost. So they're going to have the most Super Bowl losses. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll get you all some free agency content. Give me about a week and a half or 2 weeks. And I will see y'all when that happens in the next one. Peace.